Hey everyone, Melly Mel here from Sincerely Creative Mom. Y'all, we are just going to be cutting some of the poly burlap mesh today. We have the flowers. We're getting ready to make some of those really pretty flowers with the flower boards. So I have those loaded and I needed to cut, and I figured while I'm cutting I may as well do a really quick tutorial to show you what I do, how I do it, you know, all those kinds of things. So this is what I'm working with here is poly burlap mesh, okay? Poly burlap mesh. I'm going to use this lime green color for the leaves, and so I'm going to cut them in 12 inches long. Okay, so one thing I want to point out to you very clearly is I have my self-healing mat over here. Okay, I have a tempered glass right here, right on top of it. Okay, so I have my tempered glass on top of the mat so that I can see the lines going through, and this is kind of dirty already. But I want to be able to see the lines going through so that I can cut a straight line as much as possible and give myself the length that I need. So for the leaves of the flower, I like to do 12 inches long. So I'm cutting, again, on a tempered glass, cutting, I think it's a cutting board. It's either way. And I'm going to also use a wood burning tool. I want to mention this. I am in the basement. I have I guess they're kind of off at the moment, but the fans are going, it's ventilated. I'm in a huge room. It's 1,700 square feet down here. It's not a little tiny room. I'm not in a closed off area. And you should be wearing a mask when you do this. Okay, so I'm going to cut these 12 inches. So I put my glass here along right at the 8-inch mark, and I'm going to bring my mesh to the edge here, and then I'm going to cut right at the 20-inch mark. So I'm going to give myself 12 inches, okay? What I'm going to do is, I want to bring you in really close. What I'm going to do is, look, I got a little bit of OCD, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try my best. The reason for this method is to kind of singe these edges so that the horizontal mesh, the horizontal, whatever you want to call them, that's going in there, doesn't come out. Okay, so we're going to cut right along the edge. I'm going to cut right in between those two pieces there, okay, all the way down. Now, this piece, the edge of this is very hot. Don't touch it. You will not be happy, okay? Don't touch any part of that other than the plastic or where the orange is. Now I just realized why they made it all orange, so that you can, keep yourself protected. So again, that just singes those edges to make it a little harder. So when you fold let me set that down carefully. When you fold the mesh, the idea is those edges are not going to come out as easily as it would as if you were using regular mesh, right? So let me just hold on to this. Use a zip tie. Okay. Now I can kind of pull on it real gently almost, but those edges are going to be a little tougher to just start unraveling. Okay, they're going to be a little tougher to start unraveling, so they'll stay kind of real pretty longer. That's the whole point of this method here. So again, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to cut about 12 inches. So I'm going to do that same thing every single time. I'm going to make sure my wood burner doesn't kind of go all over the place. I'm going to stay right in between those two horizontal lines all the way down. Now, you saw here that it kind of went straight and then it kind of veered off to the side. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to stay within those two lines. I'm not going to go outside of them. Even if that means the mesh starts to kind of, you know, move, although. So see this line here, it goes like this, and then it kind of goes a little bit off to the side here. Oops, I guess I gotta move it so y'all can see. It kind of moves, this line comes straight here, straight, and then it veers a little bit to the left. I'm still gonna stay in between those two lines, not veering. Just like that. So for this is going to be again for the leaves. I do them about 12 inches long. So for the actual petals, for the wreath that we're going to be making, the petals are 10 inches long. So I would cut them on the same way, Poly Burlap Mesh. In just a minute here, I'm going to show you what the flower is going to kind of look like. So you kind of know what I'm talking about. I would not use this personally. You might try it if you wish, but I would not use this method on anything else other than Poly Burlap Mesh. You can use it on the on some of the other, I'm just going to grab the flower. You can use it on some of the other meshes, but I'll be really, really honest with you, I'm not exactly comfortable with it. So here's the flower that we are going to be, we're not going to make this exact one again, but I'm going to make this style. But see how the leaves are here, over here? And I had one left and I need to make some more. So that's what we're cutting them for. It's just going to be a big flower. You guys can find the flower board. The flower board. I've already gone ahead and added the zip ties to it, but you can find the flower board and the Poly Burlap Mesh at CoachMelSupplies.com. CoachMelSupplies.com. You can always text me and I can send you that link. CoachMelSupplies.com. While we're here, we're going to do just a couple of more. So CoachMelSupplies.com is my affiliate link to another company called Deco Exchange. Now, does this take longer? Sure it does. Is it worth it? Absolutely. In this case, for this method, for this design, all those things, okay? So normally, for my normal wreaths, I just use a rotary cutter, and I use it on my self-healing mat. I don't have to use the glass, right? The link for the actual glass and the wood burner that I use can be found at sincerelycreativemom.com. And there's a blog there that says list of links. List of links. All of these things are in there. So even though I only need a few of the leaves, I like to go ahead and cut the whole roll. And then after the whole entire roll is cut for storage, listen, it's always easier and quicker to just do it all at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently curl those back up into one roll again, just real gentle. That way I'm not forced into using the whole whatever I cut right now, and it's pre-cut and ready for me when I want to make the next flower, and I don't have to get the wood burner and all those things back out again. So if I cut all the leaves at 12 inches and all the petals, or a whole roll, it makes my process going forward for the next flower and the next flower to go a little quicker. Real gentle. Now you can use this for a regular wreath. Absolutely. It's a really good material. Even if you're going to use it in a regular wreath, I would still, personally, I would still recommend the wood burning on the ends to kind of singe it so that it doesn't fray, because this material will fray pretty badly. But if you saw that flower, you would not know. Flowers was made several weeks back now. And I'll bring it out again just so that you can kind of see. All the ends, you see, they all look real good, right? Oh, that was the regular edge, but here we are. All the cut edges look really super good, right? No fraying. I don't think we have any fraying anywhere, actually. Super, super cute. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining and watching this really quick tutorial on how to cut your poly burlap mesh on your tempered glass with your wood burner, okay, for the flower wreaths using the flower boards. Again, the boards and the mesh can be found at CoachMelSupplies.com. That is my affiliate link to Deco Exchange. And the links for this particular tempered glass. Now listen, the tempered glass, this is smooth and clear, okay? You don't want the one that has the textured top that's kind of wavy. You don't want that one because it's not as easy. I mean, it can still happen, you can still do it, but it's not as easy. So the link to the wood burner that I use and this exact tempered glass can be found at sincerelycreativemom.com. Y'all, thanks for joining. I hope you tune in again so that we can make the whole flower together.